The story you're about to watch is a very painful one. Like it's a very painful story because I don't know why these white folks we go to the foster care home, they will literally leave their fellow white children and they will go for black children. They will go for black children. Tell me, why are these people going for black children? Give me one reason why these people will literally leave their own. They will leave their own, not like they are not foster care children in that are white, but they will go for black children, knowing fully well that they can literally not care for these children, they can literally not love these children, knowing fully well that they don't have any compassion, any love. God will judge. God will judge. It is better you leave those children there than to pick them down to your house and start doing all of these things you're doing to them. Guys, I want you guys to watch this video from beginning to the end and see what this woman literally did. And apart from that, I love the fact that I teach other people's experience in this particular video. Watch from beginning to the end and let me know what you think in the comment section. Hi guys, my name is Sonia. Credit belongs to the original creator of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Do it, subscribe, like this video, drop me your comment, and lastly, do not forget to share for every other person to get this good news. And yes, with that being said, with no further ado, let's get right into this video and I'll be back with commentaries.
Yes, I am. Okay.
That's not me talking inside.
Can I put my dogs up? I'm scared, brother. What are you scared of, Emily?
Yeah. Yeah. You locked your kid in a dog kennel.
Yes, because she's tearing up everything and pissing
You
on it.
really think locking a kid in a special needs kid? A special need kid. Locking her up in a dog
I'm
kennel?
gonna put this dog in there.
No, you understand how that is on a special needs kid? To where I get home and I hear somebody screaming like that?
I'm scared.
Yeah, look at your face. You hear that precious child? And I know you have more than just her that's special needs. And I can hear you calling them the R word. They are special needs. And you're calling them retarded? And locking them in a freaking dog kennel. Are you serious? You did not hear her.
What are you scared of, Emily?
She's walked into a fucking kennel, bro. That's what she's scared of. That's wrapped up that you cannot see. That's what she's scared of. Somebody that is a mom that's supposed to protect their kid. You did not hear her. You have no remorse. They're banging on your door.
Okay.
No. Go get them. It's okay, sweetheart. Hey, baby, breathe. Breathe. Just breathe, okay? Help is here. Help is here. Breathe. I know it's cold, but breathe, okay? You're okay. This ain't gonna happen to you again. I know. But guess what? You don't have to be scared anymore. Just a few more minutes, okay? Just a few more minutes. It's okay, sweetie. It is okay. This won't happen to you ever again. It's all right. It's okay. We got you help, all right? What's your name?
Emily.
I'm Justin, okay? Emily, it's gonna be okay. Here, can you see me right here?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm so sorry.
Are you one of the police officers?
No, ma'am. I'm not. I'm your neighbor. I'm your neighbor, and I've heard you so many times. I got you help, okay? This will never happen again. How many times has this happened?
It's happened a lot.
That she locks you in?
I feel like it's just not worth anything.
Hey, this happens a few times or a lot?
It's happened a lot.
A lot?
And I'm scared.
I know. Emily, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
I feel like I'm
hey, it's okay. Just talk to me, okay? Talk to me. How old are you?
I'm 22.
You're 22? It's okay. The help is here. If you look behind you, Emily, there's a police officer, okay? Tell him what you just told me, okay? It's okay. We're here now. Breathe, okay? Come on out, sweetheart. Come on out. Come on out.
What is the most painful thing you have ever been told?
That I wasn't enough.
And who told you that you're not enough?
One of my foster parents. Just imagine growing up in the system and then, you're being taken away from the things that you know and the things that you don't understand and being placed with somebody else who's supposed to be a better environment and they're not. Just imagine how that would make you feel. I actually ran into them at the grocery store and I just said, hey, by the way, just to let you know, I'm actually a therapist and a fashion model in the making. So thank you for telling me I wasn't enough because I'm everything I'm supposed to be and more. Find your place, your purpose, and this peace within this life. This life is going to be anything that you allow it to be. We all are people. We all are here to experience. We all are here to feel. We all are here to understand. So no matter who, what, when, where, and why these people say the things they say to you, understand that you have your own path that you're supposed to live. And with God's given gifts, talent, and understanding, you're going to find that place just as much as I did.
Here are 10 things you are not allowed to do when you are in foster care. I was in foster care when I was a kid, and these are things you are not allowed to do. And yes, these are rules that are enforced by the government. The first is that you are not allowed to have a car and you are not allowed to have a driver's license. Even if you are 16 and you're allowed to drive, technically, you're not allowed to be driving a car in foster care. The second is no social media, no TikTok, no Snapchat, no Instagram, nothing. You're not allowed to be on social media whatsoever. You are not allowed to go anywhere besides foster care and school. That is it. 4 is that you're not allowed to go anywhere unsupervised, and that's why you're only allowed to be in foster care or at school. That's it. And what's crazy about this is that this even extends to your own family. Like, let's say you wanted to go visit your mom or your dad as a foster child, you're not allowed to do that. You actually have to go to your social worker and get consent to visit your own parents. Along these same lines, children in foster care are not allowed to be doing anything outside of school, so no sports whatsoever and no extracurricular activities. They go to school and they go straight home. I was not allowed to participate in any hobbies outside of school. No sports, no extracurricular activities whatsoever. Along those lines, no doing anything fun on the weekends, no hanging out at a friend's house, no going shopping, no going to any parties. That's just not allowed. Kids in foster care technically are not allowed to date because, again, you're not allowed to be anywhere that's unsupervised. You also are not allowed to get a job. No body modifications, so no dyeing your hair, no piercings, no tattoos, any of that. The reason behind all these rules is because when you are in foster care, you are called a ward of the state, which means you are the government's property. And if something happened to you, it would be the government's problem. Let's say you got into a car accident, it would be the government's problem to solve it. And they don't want that kind of risk and liability. So they just decided, hey, let's take away all of the freedom from all these foster children across the United States. But then it becomes a problem for foster children because you don't learn how to drive, you've never had a job, you have never had any hobbies or extracurricular activities after school, and you know nothing, and then you age out of the system and you're completely unable to navigate life after school. So that's one of the problems. Let me know if you learned anything from this video and if you want me to make other videos explaining what foster care is like. Hope this helps. Have a great day.
Just want to talk about something really quick here. A lot of children who are in foster places are living with a substantial amount of anger for the biological families. And these are kids at a very, very young age where there's no supports by TUSLA, the Child and Family Agency, to mediate and to heal the process, because TUSLA's aim is to profit and not to reunite families. And these kids, not them all, but these kids are fed hate and are trying to cope in the outside world with no resources, no help. Sorry, I just got distracted there for a minute, but the billions and billions that TUSLA's making off of children, and not 1 cent of this is going into rehabilitation, reunification, and to heal the family unit. And it's like charities to me. Most charities out there, the CEOs are getting the money, not the charity itself, you know. So it's just money. So to the children out there as well that are not only fighting through life, fighting the rejection and the trauma that they've been through that ended them up in care, to deal with life itself on those grounds, and then to have no biological family influence into their life because they're fed literally hate, must be the hardest thing for any child to deal with. Heartbreaking to say, you know. And shame on TUSLA, shame on ye social workers, shame on the judges, the barristers who's allowing this to happen. Anybody out there who has fought this fight will realise and understand that your TDs and your counsellors have absolutely no power. It's the same rhetoric in the Dáil, looking for justice. And let's look at the women on hunger strike also. Your governments don't care. Once money is flown in, that's all they want. So yeah, I just thought I'd say.
Hi, my name is Junior and I'm a former foster care kid in Sweden. I've just decided to do this in English, so I'm sorry, I'm really bad at English. I was placed in foster care around 1997, and I was placed in foster care until 2014. During these years, I've been through a lot. I've been threatened by foster care parents. I've been hit, abused, both physically and psychologically. I've also been starved. I've been walking around in damaged shoes that in the middle of the winter, and the shoes were leaking in all the snow because they were broken. I've talked about this before, but only in Swedish, so I'm gonna talk about it in English. I had a history of running away from the foster care homes just because they weren't good. And when I ran away, the social services also refused to help me if I didn't go back. And this resulted in me being homeless as a teenager several times. And with homeless, I mean sleeping outside in toilets that are outside, you know, also at the friends' homes, but they lived with their parents, so I couldn't stay there for pretty long. I also broke into my school to be able to sleep with warmth during the winter. And when I called and contacted social services, they refused to help me. I talked about being abused from a very young age. In Sweden, you get to talk to the social worker once every 6 months. So it's not much, and I talked to the social worker every time about being abused, and she documented nothing. I actually went to preschool at night up until I was 12 years old, and at some point, I'm not sure which year or how old I was, I told my preschool teachers about being abused, which they, of course, reported to the social services. The social services handled this like shit, really. They phoned my foster mom and told her about the report, and she went rage. She was furious. She threatened me that she was gonna hit me if I didn't go back to my preschool at night and tell the teachers that I was lying. She also threatened me to tell the social worker that I was lying. The social workers didn't care. They let me stay there, and of course, you know, if somebody reports being abused and they're still living in the home, they're gonna be more abused. That's facts. And I was threatened that she was gonna hit me and so on. And of course, I lied to social services to be safe, to not be hit, because I was scared. Later on, when I read my journals from social services, I also found out that she actually admitted to abusing me. She had hit me, and she had pulled my hair, and she had done such things. The social services in Sweden, they decided that I could stay there. It was safe for me to stay there. So I did for several years. Of course, this brought me a lot of trauma. I still have it. I never got justice. And I'm reading all the time about other kids that are abused too in foster care. But social services is still not reacting to it. What do social services in Sweden do if you're abused in your biological home? They move you to foster care. What do social services do if you're abused in foster care? They do nothing. That's the problem. And that's also the things that need to change, because no kid ever deserves to be abused. I'm gonna make more videos like this, and I'm gonna translate articles and so on. So follow me and follow their journey and the stories, I guess. Bye.
I want this to be crystal clear. The Department of Children and Family Services in Los Angeles, California does not care about the safety and well-being of the kids inside the foster system. Our foster daughter of over a year and a half was just removed from our home 2 weeks ago, and she was flown across the country to be adopted by an extended family member who only recently stepped forward and expressed interest in adopting her. This little girl had an incredibly rough start to her life. She was born addicted to drugs. She had neurology appointments. She had high-risk infant appointments. She would wake up in the middle of the night often, screaming and crying, and her feedings would take much longer than normal, because when you are born addicted to drugs, you have a hard time sucking. You actually cannot suck, so she had a feeding tube. So she was on a preemie nipple for a long time, and she just had a really, really rough start at life. When our caseworker a few months ago reached out and said that a family member had expressed interest in adopting her, my husband and I, we were curious to get to know them, and we just really were excited about feeling really, really good about the home that she will be adopted into. But sadly, over the months, after having multiple FaceTimes with them every single week, including our caseworker who was always on the call, we not only started to see dysfunction, abuse, and neglect, And when this little girl went to their home for a few week period to visit with them, for the judge to see how it would look like if she was adopted and she would live there permanently, we got a very, very real picture of what that would look like. She not only was left unsupervised and got a black eye as a 1.5-year-old little girl, we saw them hitting their child on FaceTime. We saw them calling their 3-year-old daughter inappropriate names, all while our caseworker was on the call with us. At our next and second to last court hearing, we assumed that the judge would be made aware of what was going on, of the abuse and neglect from our caseworker, and all of it intentionally was left out. When bringing this up to our caseworker, she would say things like, "She's not even your daughter," or "Why are you fighting so hard? Most foster families don't fight as hard as you're fighting." And it became incredibly clear that our caseworker was intentionally lying and telling untruths so that it would be a green light for the judge to approve her being adopted into this family member's home. Because for our caseworker and our caseworker's supervisor, for them, it's only a win if this child goes to be adopted in a family member's home. I am worried not only for our little foster daughter's safety and her mental stability and her emotional stability in this new home, but I am so worried for the other kids who are in the same exact scenario. And there's no one holding them accountable.
May God not allow us, may God not allow us use our own hands to send punishment to ourselves and our generation. May God provide for every single child out there that is homeless, that don't have parents to take care of them, that are special needs. May God give them people that will literally love them for who they are. Because some of these white folks can be so demonic. You can see that she's not even having any atom of remorse. Like, and so what? She don't even care. She's not even seeing anything wrong. She is not seeing anything wrong with what she's doing. She feels like everything she's doing is absolutely correct. Give me another name for Satan, demon that I can just use. That is what this woman is. And it didn't only go beyond there. If you check the clips that I've been able to stitch for you guys, where some of these folks will literally come out and tell you what they have been able to experience, especially as a black kid adopted by a white parent. I'm not saying that there are white folks that are not taking care of black kids very well. I'm not saying that. But out of 100, 70% of black kids being adopted by these so-called good white folks that want to help are literally going through hell. I did a video the last time where this woman literally went to the restaurant with a black kid. She's a foster mom. She adopted. She went to the restaurant and you can literally see how she is bullying this child in the restaurant, not even minding that there are people standing there looking at her, seeing what she's doing. That is the level of stupidity and madness that these people have literally gotten into. And you want me to understand that these people can change? Now, let it make sense to me that you don't like people that look like me. You don't like their skin. Why going to take them? Why going to adopt them? Why? How many of our black folks do you see daily on internet where they actually adopt white folks' children and they are maltreating them? You hardly see that. You hardly see that on the internet. But you see, these white folks, they are very, very good with coming out to be as if they want to help. And at the end of the day, look at what a child is going through. In a dog cage where a child was literally screaming to her lungs and say, I'm scared, I'm scared, I'm scared. Oh my gosh. By the time of filming this video, I cannot really ascertain that this woman is arrested, but I believe that this video will definitely get to the right authority. I believe that this video will be rooted out. If you're watching from my end, share this video. It will get to the right authority. She will serve the punishment that is due for her, so that other of our fellow white women will actually learn. Must it get to the point of learning the hard way before you will understand what the principle of life is? Must it? Why is it that we can't just do things with our full hearts, mind, and everything for every single person to go their way? Must you let that child know that I don't care about you? To make it worse, where the neighbor was actually talking to her, she was not even feeling remorse about it. She was seeing it as if it's normal. I keep telling God, bless me. If you bless me and I can be able to adopt a child, give me that heart to love that child. But if I cannot love that child from the depth of my heart, then there is no need of me adopting that child. You don't adopt what you cannot take care of. You can see some of them literally taking care of their dogs as if that dog fell from the sky. When their dog died, you see how they will mourn for this dog. They will cry for this dog, arrange the funeral for this dog. But when it comes to your fellow human's life, when it comes to your fellow human's life, you choose to treat that child anyhow, as if that child created himself or herself into this world. It is not fair. If you cannot take care of people's children, let them be rolling on the streets. It is better. Don't bring them and add more pains to their pains. These children are already pains. These children are already going through a lot. It's quite sad and it's a shame. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Credit belongs to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Do it, subscribe, like this video, drop me your comment, and lastly, do not forget to share for every other person to get this good news. Yes, guys, with that being said, with no further ado, I do like I say in my videos, I'm going to be saying bye and I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye guys. I love you guys.